Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 online video. And in this video, I want to show you another way to make a little bit of money in Red Dead Online. Now, this specific method has been featured at least a couple times on YouTube, and I think the first person that I had ever seen do this method, I believe, was Sky. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that was probably the first video that I've ever seen on it. So I could be completely wrong. That's what I'm going with right now. So anyway, this method probably is not as good as some of the quicker methods that I've showcased in the past, but I definitely want to let you know that it's a great way to make some side money in a different location if you want a little bit of variety, or if a lot of other people are just taking over some of the other areas. So the location that we're going to be riding off to today is going to be over at this Ring Neck Creek. Now, right where this dark spot is the specific location that we're going to go to, but the first thing that we have to do is actually go find ourselves a turkey. So there is usually some either like right on top of this hill right here, or there's some down in this valley, and I've actually rode back a few times and I had some right here. So they're all around this creek, so it shouldn't be too difficult for us to find them. Now, what I didn't probably do is zoom out so you guys know exactly where we're located. So this is the spot right here that we need to go. So it's pretty much just straight north of roads. And I can see that there's a few other people in the area, so hopefully they shouldn't cause too much of an issue for us today. So let's go ahead and make our way on over there. But there is a few things that I do want to cover in this specific video that I haven't heard anybody else cover. And a couple different things, and I'm going to get into it, is it doesn't really matter what lure that you are using when doing this specific method. I've tried the lake lure, the river lure, and the special spinner, and they all seem to work just fine. Now, we are getting pretty close to our location, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out my varmint rifle, and I'm going to look for a turkey. So we need to find our turkey victim. Come here, turkeys. Where are you at? All right, where? Okay, there's none coming usually. There's been a couple over on that side, but I'm not seeing any right now. So we just got to find one real quick. And once I do find one, then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, so I did purposely wait until evening in order to do this. And we have a turkey right here in front of us. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot that bad boy. Oh, how did I miss him? All right, turkey, you're dead. I need you. And that's actually really close to the area that I need to be at anyway. So let's go ahead and pick up this good looking turkey. We got a 3-star turkey here that we can add to our, look at all these turkeys though. They're everywhere over in this area. So this is actually the one thing that I wanted to discuss in this specific video, is I never saw anybody actually try this at night, and it actually works just fine. Now, a lot of people have been saying that like carcass fishing or other fishing doesn't work as good at night, but I've tested it with all 3 lures between the day and nighttime cycles, and it works absolutely just fine. So anyway, what we're going to do is you need to find this rock right here, and as I said, it's that little dark blip. If you look at my mini map that I pointed to you guys earlier, it's right there where we need to go and do this at. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the turkey right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of push it in so that the water kind of, there we go. So it kind of stops the water as best as possible. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull out our fishing rod. Now, I can't remember what lure I actually have. Oh, it's just the normal one. So I'm going to go ahead, and you could do anything. I have the river, the lake, or the special spinner. So I'm just going to do the special spinner right now. Of the 3, I do think that it worked the best. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and cast this thing out there. Okay. Now, I was doing this at first where I wasn't really gripping anything, and if you watch and you can see that there's one there off in the distance, already spawned one in, but as soon as we actually grip our reel, I was noticing that we were getting a lot more to spawn in. I don't know if anybody else has been noticing this or not, or if it's just me, but you can kind of see that there's a couple off in the distance just right around the bend. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to sit here and kind of play the waiting game for a little bit. And I noticed that kind of like gripping the reel every once in a while actually helps with getting some more fish in. So you can see that there is at least one down there. It's hard to see a little bit further away, but you don't have to do this too terribly long because the fish will start they'll start dying off here pretty soon. I mean, we already got a couple that are swimming towards the shore right there, as you can see on the left-hand side. So we're just going to do this for just a little bit. And what's nice about this is, are we seriously getting a fish that's trying to bite the line right now? I swore it just made the noise to do it. Oh, there's a few that are down there. Yeah, it only takes a few seconds to actually do this, but the only bad thing about doing this specific location is that you can only pick up smallmouth bass. It's literally the only fish with, I was like, okay, maybe different lures spawn in different types of fish, but it doesn't actually work that way. So it was a little disappointing because really we only make $2 per fish. So if you don't fill up your satchel completely, you just have to kind of wait until you do that by using the turkey to kind of block the flow of the water. But let's go ahead and check to see how many more fish we have right now. And yep, so the shorelines are starting to get a little bit more polluted with the fish that we're going to be picking up here. And we got one that's actually coming right to us, and it's going to stop right there at the turkey. And then that's what the turkey is designed to do, is to stop the fish from flowing past us so that we can actually pick them up. So we know we at least got one. I'm going to see if we can count how many more we got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5, at least 5, and it's kind of hard to see. The other thing that I've noticed is that every once in a while, like in the creek itself, fish will actually be dead, just chilling out at the bottom of the creek. So you want to pay attention for that. So definitely make sure that you are using your eagle eye to find as many fish as possible. Now, I am showing you the nighttime first because I wanted to be able to prove to you guys that this is actually working just fine. And you can see that we got another fish that just swam up on the shore there. And we're starting to get quite a few. We got a couple more right down here at the bottom that weren't there just a little bit ago. I didn't even see them pop in, actually. So we got, I don't know, I'm not sure if that's about 10 or so, but really this is only a couple minutes worth. The nice thing about this specific location, though, is that we're actually really close to roads, and we don't have to go that far to get to the butcher or to sell these fish to the butcher. I just wish that we had an option of being able to pick up other varieties of fish so that we could make more money. So like, I wish salmon would say spawn here. That would be really, really helpful. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to walk up this creek right here, and you can see that there's a couple more right here. And plus, at nighttime, it makes it a lot easier to be able to see the fish that you're trying to pick up, just because they get highlighted a lot easier. So that's what I prefer. It looks like we got another one right here in front of us as well. And I know there was a couple more up the shoreline as just a little bit here too. And the other nice thing about any type of like carcass fishing or just fishing in general in Red Dead Online is that it does help you become more honorable if you like to do some of the XP grinding sessions. And I enjoy that just because I am trying to get to a very specific level right now. So doing some of the grindings, I just have to kill a whole bunch of people or a whole bunch of cops in order to get my XP up there. So, but as you can see, we're still picking up quite a few fish, and there's a lot more up here that we couldn't see when we were standing down there. But look at all of them. There's so many. There's some way up there even that spawned in. So you can just walk up and down this creek collecting as many smallmouth bass as you are able to put into your satchel, which is only 10. It would have been nice if like largemouth were here, or like crappies or bluegills or something else would just spawn here. That would have made this spot probably the best money making spot ever if it would spawn in other fish as well. So I got to be getting pretty close to having a full satchel. Yep, and there it is. And you can see that there are at least a few more fish. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 more fish that we could easily pick up. So you could do this with a friend and you guys could both make 20 bucks pretty easy. So you guys can just kind of chit chat and find out about what's going on with each other and whatever else you want to do. And you can just make some easy cash doing this. Why is my horse not coming over here? But I'm going to go ahead and grab my turkey because I don't really necessarily want to have to find another one. I recommend that you guys do the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and store, whatever you want to say, stow our turkey on our horse and ride back to Rhodes. So I know the map or the route because I've done it a few times, but we're going to be going right here is where we're going to be heading off to. And the other thing that I do like about the Rhodes area in general is right now, there are not a ton of people in this area. So you're not going to have to worry about other players maybe coming and killing you and picking up all your hard-worked earned fish that are just killing themselves on the side of the riverbank. But what I would like to do next is once we do get to the butcher, I would like to wait until the morning and show you that using a different lure doesn't really have a better effect by fishing during the day. So once we do get to the butcher and sell all of our items, then I'm going to wait for the daytime to continue this video. So we're actually almost already back to Rhodes, and that was a very, very quick ride or horse ride back into town. So, but I do prefer some of my other methods for making money. I shouldn't say they're necessarily mine. I'm just sharing them all because that's what YouTube is all about. Sharing is caring, right? So let's go ahead and get off of our horse here, and let's go ahead.
You look hungry.
And apparently we're just gonna intimidate him by jumping up on his table so that he can butcher all these fish for us. Get off the table already, lady. All right, sell our fish, and just like that, we're gonna make 20 bucks. So it's not the absolute quickest way to do it, but you can easily do this method with a friend. Whereas like some of the other money-making methods that I've showcased, like the cougars, you know, you're only going to get 1 or 2 cougars depending on if you go to multiple spots. So I really do prefer this one if you want to have a friend tag along to grab these couple fish. But you can see how far up the creek they do spawn in. And I haven't really had to ever go up that far before, but I can't see any from right here if there is any more up creek. But now we can make our way back to our horse because that would be 10 smallmouth bass for our selling profits right there. So I'm going to grab the turkey because if I decided to come back, I would have it with me. But I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to show you guys sell into the butcher anymore, just because every single time that you get 10 smallmouth bass, you are able to make 20 bucks. So it's a fairly quick and easy method of doing that. Again, I haven't really noticed the effect. Day, weather, time, it doesn't really seem to matter, but I definitely recommend that you at least give it a try and let me know what you guys think about it. But that is all the time that I have for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it or found it informative in any way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.